Yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? It's XplicitTV here, and I got the 10th episode of our Impoppable guide here for you all today. It's called Maze. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's a maze, right? And I think the map looks pretty cool in my opinion. But you know, the other cool part about this map is that whenever the balloons come through, as you guys can see, there's some ways that the balloons go through, and there's a dead end. And sometimes the balloons, like, they'll come through the map, right, and like normal, and usually they're supposed to go down, and then, you know, for them they would take a right, but as I'm looking at the screen they would take a left. But sometimes for me they take a right and they go up in that little T intersection up there. And the coolest part about that is that on the higher rounds, on, like, let's say, like, not really 45, but I'd say like 52 and on, whenever the Moabs start coming a little bit more heavily, the really fucking cool thing about that is the Moabs will go up there and they'll go back and forth and they'll get distracted. So what you'll see me do is I'll put some of my Moab popping power actually up there, because majority of the time it's the Moabs that go up there. I mean, the balloons do go up there sometimes, and that's always good, whatever. But the main point of it is that it's going to really help us out with getting our early game started, getting our farm set up, which I did. I farmed pretty hard in this video. For this map, I did pretty good because I figured out a spot where I could put 3 farms and have a farmer and, what's it called, a monkey village? Yeah, so, you know, this map, it's pretty skinny. You know, in any other place you could only fit 2. Well, I found a place to fit 3, and that's probably the minimum of what you want. Whenever it starts to get up into the higher and the more advanced maps, you want the at least 3, what are they called? Banana farms, sorry. You want at least 3 of those. And, you know, like I said, I found a spot like that. We, later on in the game, to our advantage, we set up our balloon shippers to where they're going to take advantage of them being distracted and not knowing, the balloons not necessarily knowing where to go, which I think was a pretty cool concept. I think that that's different, because some maps, they give you, you know, the double and the triple popping power, with where your towers are going to be able to attack the balloons in 2 different spots or whatever, or 3 different spots on the map, or 4 different spots on the map. And so that makes that tower very, I guess you could say, unique and useful, I guess is the better word to say. It makes your towers more unique and useful. And the same thing goes on this map, except they just changed it a little bit, where, you know, the balloons are going to be, you know, going around, and, you know, there's another place whenever they get to that pool or whatever that is in the middle of the map, they can take a right or they can take a left. And if they take a right, then they get distracted down there too, and, you know, that just buys you time. And, you know, I don't put any towers down there because most of the time I already have all the towers that I need up front, and balloons usually don't get to that point. In this video, the balloons were a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie, like, the balloons were, they got pretty, I guess you could say, like, tanky on my iPad to play this. I was getting, I'd say, like 1 or 2 frames a second because of how, damn it, cat, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, it's my fucking cat's bothering me and he won't get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, man. Jesus Christ, go. Adios. Deuces, bitch. Alright, he's not going. I'm just gonna give up on that guy, whatever. But basically, like, the balloons were coming through, and it was hard. Like, they were getting pretty far into my defenses, and it was scary because I wasn't trying to redo it, and I wasn't trying to fail, and I was trying hard to succeed. And, you know, we ended up succeeding, and it was fine, and everything was good in the long run, of course, right? But, you know, this map, it just, I couldn't have, I'm sure there's a better way to do it. It's just the strategy that I usually use, and I found different spots to put stuff, obviously, but it was like, it wasn't good enough almost. And that scares me, because as we're coming up on these higher maps, which are going to be more and more difficult, I'm not sure if the strategies that I'm coming up with are going to come, they're going to come through on those maps. So, I mean, that's just me kind of like talking about the future. I don't really know that for sure. I mean, it could happen, it might not. I might have the perfectly good strategy for every one of those advanced higher maps. So I guess we'll see whenever we get there. But the main thing on this map is the Moab popping power with the balloon shippers. I should have gone a little bit more balloon shipper crazy, and I should have bought some more balloon shippers. I ended up not. I actually went for a little bit more balloon popping power on this by getting a glaive lord, as you all will see a little bit later on in the video. But I went a little bit more balloon popping power crazy, just due to the fact that the balloons were getting through pretty easy on the earlier rounds, even though I was doing some of the similar strategies I would do on other maps and they wouldn't get as far. So it kind of scared me, and I went a little bit overboard, and in the long run it paid off. It was fine. Like I said, I regret not getting enough, well, not as many balloon shippers as I would have liked to, because this video is going to look sketchy at some points, like, wow, like these balloons are almost getting through. And see, whenever you all judge it like that, and you think that about the video, that's good, because then you can come up with your own strategy based off of my beginning strategy, or modifying my strategy a little bit, which is the best part of it, because that's how you learn. You know, that's how you learn to play the game, and you learn how to play the game right, and you know, you get really good at it. And that just makes the overall playing experience better, in my opinion. If you're really good at a game, it might get old after a while if you're really good at it, but at least while you're still enjoying it, you're going to be good, and you're going to be happy playing it, and you're going to feel accomplished. And so that's kind of the point of not these guides. Like, you shouldn't just directly copy exactly what I'm doing. I guess you can. I don't want to spoon feed everybody. But if that's what you choose to do, that's fine too. You're going to learn either way. It's fine. And whenever you think about it, right, a lot of these videos are similar in the way that we start and the way that we finish. In the middle, sometimes I change it up. In like the middle rounds, I'd say like 48 through 65. Sometimes you have the room to change it up, and sometimes you have the room to get more farms in those cases. Well, in this video, we didn't really have another place to put a farm. And so, I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, there are other places you can put farms, like over there on the very right-hand side. You can fit a couple farms over there, you know. But I just thought that it was better if all the towers were grouped together. I just feel like it serves to be more comprehensive and a lot more easy to follow. I don't know. It's like, oh, that's why he's doing that, or oh, this makes sense to put this here. And that's the whole point, honestly. I mean, that's the whole point of doing stuff like that. And so, like I always say, I'm trying to make these guides as easy to follow as possible, because I'm not the only one on YouTube or anyone in the world that has, you know, produced guides on this game. I'm one of the only ones that have done it in 2015, whenever the game has been updated and, you know, things have been changed. So that's good. And that'll benefit whoever's watching this video a lot more than watching a video that's a year older, and in that time, you know, things might have changed a lot. And so I'm trying to give you guys up-to-date guides, the 2015 updates, and, you know, if there's another big update and it changes the game, then, you know, like drastically, like if Impoppable mode gets super, like a lot more hard, then I'll go back and I'll remake the videos that I already made just to keep it up to date. And so that's one of the edges that I have over a lot of other people, is that I'm doing it now. I'm doing it in 2015. I'm doing it whenever there are changes being made, and that's good. Also, other YouTubers and other streamers and other people will make guides that they use things like extra starting cash, and they use things like pro specialists, and they use things like you know, micro purchases, like I used in my first video with the big monkey village, you know, like the micro purchase to where the monkey village gets multiplied by like 1,000, and how big of the range that it can cover. And so that makes it a lot harder for you all to be able to duplicate what I'm doing, or really even go off of what I'm doing. And that's stupid. There's no point in doing that, right? So, you know, that's why I make the videos the way I do, and that's why I describe it in the way that I do, so it's comprehensive. And that's the whole point of this whole conversation, really, is that I try to make these comprehensive, easy to follow, so you all can duplicate and learn from it. And so yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. And I actually have a few more videos rendered and ready to go. I'm just gonna space out when I upload them. So if you watch these videos regularly and you're listening to this and you're watching this video as well, it's gonna probably be about every other day, every 2 days I'm coming out with the video. I'm working close to 40 hours at my work right now. I'm almost full time there. I'm an assistant manager. I'm an assistant manager over there. I go to school full time. Yeah, you can't really be employed full time in school full time. Well, I go to high school and I have a job, and then I try to do this on the side as much as I can. And I'm just not really finding the time to do this a whole lot. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can to pump out these videos in the best quality and the best, just the best everything that I can while I have time. So you guys can expect that to keep coming. That's fine. That'll keep happening. Don't worry. But we're not really halfway through the maps, but we're getting there. We're getting kind of into the more advanced maps. We're about to, at least. They're coming up. And I know that those are going to get a lot more hard for sure, so that's going to take a lot more attempts, a lot more recording attempts. So I don't know, we'll see where that goes in the future. I mean, hopefully it goes all good, and we can finish those out no problem. That's what I hope. But anyways, we got enough talking about the video now. We got 2 banana factories, always good. That's usually what we're going for nowadays. We got our super monkey, that's always good. We got enough balloon shippers, that's plenty of Moab popping power. Like I said, I would have liked to have gotten more, but I went for the glaive lord instead. Gonna go ahead and slap down another super monkey. I think he's gonna go to a sun god. But yeah, we're pretty well set up for this end game whole Moab palooza that's about to happen, because it's pretty bad on this map. They can make some pretty good progress pretty quickly, as you all start to see here. It looks kind of sketchy, but we end up clearing it out no problem, guys, and that's the most important part. Yeah, okay, maybe it does look a little bit sketchy, but at least it's working and it's all good. We popped down another balloon shipper just for a little bit of extra insurance. We have our sun god. We sold our farms. We're gonna get a little bit more sun gods, 1 more to be exact, and then a plasma monkey. So yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. Yeah, like I said, we always sell our farms just to get a little bit of extra sun gods, so that's always good. But yeah, you guys can expect another video coming soon, and I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.